Pregame.com.
Welcome back to a new segment. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined with Stephen Nover. We're going to do what's called the Rants of the Week. Stephen, this is where we get to, just for a couple minutes, blow off steam, whatever's on our chest, get it off there. Bitch and moan session. I'm sorry, I said it. And also what we'll do in this is we'll have this posted in the forums each week. And if guys have any questions or anything they want to, rant about, they can jump in and give their rant as well in the forums. And me and you will jump in during the course of the week and interact with some of our forum members. And if anybody has a question or a topic they want to see us talk about next week, they can put it in there, and then me and you can discuss it almost like an email, story. But let's start this week. First week of college football. Monday night, I'm sitting at with my wife Lori. We went to watch the Miami-Maryland game. My first rant is the Maryland uniforms. That has to be the most god-awful uniforms I ever saw. But I was wrong. They weren't. It was till the player turned around and I saw the other half of them. Then it became even more uglier. It was bad enough seeing just half of it, but when they flipped around and had a total different color on the other side, what are they thinking? What's the purpose? No comment.
It's your rant, Marco. It's your rant. I don't want to cut in on your rant.
That was just plain ugly. But even uglier than the uniforms was the final 40 seconds of the game. We're sitting there. Maryland gets the field goal. I tell Lori, we're good. They kick the field goal. We're good. We cover. We got +4. We're golden. We're great. You're going shopping tomorrow. Sitting there. It's check, please. Give the motion to the waiter code. Ready to head out the door. Miami's actually driving. They might kick the try to kick the winning field goal. Great, I don't care. Win the game outright, lose by 2. Whatever you want to do, just not throw the pick 6 where the guy can actually get knocked out of bounds. They had a shot at knocking him out of bounds. The guy misses him, cuts back to the middle of the field, goes the distance for the pick 6. No cover, loss. Just then, the waiter comes with the bill that I waved to bring over, and I let out a couple, adjectives I probably shouldn't have let out in a public bar. And he goes, "What's wrong?" I go, well, I explained to him. I said, I just had Miami +4, and that guy that just ran the other way just killed my spread. Now I don't cover. And he goes to me, "Oh, that really sucks." I says, "You want to know what really sucks is what your tip's going to be now." That's what really sucks. So that's my rant of the week. What's yours?
And I can't top that one, Marco. That's just a brutal bad beat. And it's always scary on these pick 6s, especially when you have the dog, because they throw the interception at the end, and you just hope, it happens more in the pros, but you just hope the guy just falls to the ground, But if he starts taking it back, the players, they're quitting. They're not even trying to tackle him, and it's, I feel for your pain. That's a rough one.
You got to feel for the waiter, too. He got screwed.
You got to be smarter when you're a waiter in that instance. You got to really get sympathetic and all that and say, yeah, I had him too, now I'm not going to make any money, and so that's how you approach that. But my rant of the week is Jacksonville Jaguars. God, I hate this team, Marco. I just, first of all, they're the hardest team to get information on. And their coach, Jack Del Rio, who I've never liked, he's been there 8 years. In the 8 years he's been there, 1 playoff win. Why is he there? What kind of shelf life, what kind of long leash does he have here to be there with just that kind of record? Jacksonville management is cheap. That's why they proved it again this week. Where, have you ever heard of a team cutting their starting quarterback less than a week to go in the regular season before the regular season opener?
It's absolutely idiotic, Stephen, and what is even more surprising, first of all through preseason, Jack Del Rio said, that Gerard was his guy. I mean,
Supposed to have his back, right?
Numerous times. I mean, not just the customary. Oh yeah. I mean, this guy on every occasion.
Typical Del Rio, disingenuous, flat out liar.
But to do it, like you said, just days before the start of the season, what's more flabbergasting to me is what message does this send to the Jacksonville team, the players? One, your coach flat out lied to you. All preseason he said, this guy's my man, Then turns around, kills any chance they have. They're not going to win making this quarterback change. No. And with the news coming that Peyton Manning's not going to be ready for the start of the season.
It's a winnable division.
And maybe out indefinitely, this is a situation that, like you said, the division becomes wide open. The Houston Texans are, would now become the favorites in the division.
Yes.
And can you trust the Houston Texans as a favorite?
It's a very winnable division. The Titans are rebuilding. The Colts without Peyton Manning are a lower tier team. They are terrible without Peyton Manning. The Texans, by default, are the team to beat. They've been a fad pick for the last couple of years, have never lived up to expectations.
Everybody's dark horse. They were the fashionable dark horse in everybody's projections.
Maybe they do it this year, but until they do it, the Houston Texans are chokers and losers. Maybe they change it around this year, but right now that is their reputation. Okay, now back to the Jacksonville situation. Blaine Gabbert, who they drafted as an heir apparent to Gerard, maybe a shrewd pick. He's not ready yet. They know he's not ready. He's not even the backup quarterback. Who is? Is it a good backup? No, it's Luke McCown. Cade McCown, Luke McCown. If these guys are starting for your team, you suck. You're terrible. You're going to lose.
He took 19 snaps in the preseason. That's it. You're starting the season with him.
Yep.
If I'm a Jacksonville season ticket holder, I want a refund.
They don't have too many season ticket holders. That's their whole problem.
Yeah. That's the rant of the weeks for us. Stephen Nover, Marco D'Angelo. I hope you guys enjoyed this new segment. We'll do it each week. Jump into the forums. Tell us your rant of the week. If you got a bad beat, and the bad beat, I know anybody that bet Michigan's going to have, they're going to be crying bad beat. The West Virginia game, if you had
anybody that had Notre Dame, it's a bad beat. Why didn't they call off our game?
This is true. So tell us what you want to get off your chest. And again, if you have any questions for us, this is the place to do it. Throw it in there. We'll either answer it in the forums or we'll bring it to the show next week and we'll talk about it. I'm Marco D'Angelo. He's Stephen Nover. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with a whole slew of pregame videos that we'll preview for you with picks, best bets, and the rant of the week. Thanks for watching.